Okay, I'm laughing because I think I traded really well today, but when you see what I did, you're gonna go, "Oh my God, what is she thinking?" You guys, you need to know something. I started day trading 4 years ago because I had this great idea that I would retire early. Don't buy the Lamborghini like all the young guys do and just put it away in the stock market and make money. Okay, so when you see, if you could see what I used to do, I started exactly 4 years ago. This is my fourth year. So I used to trade 10 shares of large caps, and my hands would be sweating and my heart would be racing. I mean, I bought a blood pressure cuff. I thought, oh my God, I'm dying. So for me to trade, now I'm trading today 200, 400, 600, 800 shares. And yeah, I didn't make a lot of money. I made some, I didn't lose. But just realize before you get nasty in the comments, realize that I'm green and that my hands used to sweat on 10 shares. And 4 years ago, you guys, I was only trading 20 shares, 10, 20 shares. I was losing $1,000 a month. My first year, I lost $12,000. The second year, I lost $5,000. And I thought, okay, I'm getting better. And then last year, I actually made $11,000 last year trading. And that's when I decided to get serious, start making videos so that I can learn from my own mistakes and watch them and to show friends what I do. But anyway, so I know how far I've come, but you're going to look at this and go, oh my God, she's freaking nuts. So please be gentle in the comments. Now, the main thing I wanted to say today, I want you to watch. I've already pre-recorded my video, my trades, but I wanted to come on and just say this. There is a reason why I feel you should mark levels on your chart. Levels are so important. There was a time 4 years ago when I didn't mark any levels ever. I just thought green, buy, reds. Well, I did the opposite. Anyways, you know what I mean. Now I'm diligent about doing levels, and I made a big mistake today, and I'm going to show you the difference. There was two stocks pre-running, SKYQ and BDRX. One of them I marked levels on and then got in and traded perfectly. The other, I didn't even realize it till I went back to make my video, my recap video, and made it and saw it. I did not put any levels in. No wonder I did so crappy. And I had a big loss on that. It was just a blank chart. I don't know what I thought. It was under $1. It was like 80, 90 cents. So I traded 1,000 shares, and I think I just got cocky and said, oh, I can do this. I don't need levels. Oh, I need levels. All right. So I really wanted to come on here and real quick say, very important to mark levels. Please watch what I show you. I'll show you real quick how I do them. It's nothing hard. It's really basic. It's a daily chart that I use. I don't bring it down to a 4 hour and a 1 hour. Too much work. I don't have time. When something's running, I got like 3-4 seconds to jump over to a hourly chart, or I mean, sorry, a daily chart, pull it up, mark those levels, and get back over to the 1 minute chart. So today I had 5 green trades, 1 big red trade. Actually, you'll see Amazon, I was down $257 at one point, and I pulled out and made $3. Woo! Anyways, $243 today. I'm so pleased, especially with the mess ups that I did. If I can start, I know I'm trading a lot of share size and I'm making almost nothing, but if I can be green every day consistently on large share size and my hands don't sweat, my heart doesn't race, I've mastered that part of it. And it's because I now have the confidence after these last few years that to trade large share size on these stocks that I trade regularly, I know that even if I'm down 250, I can pull my head out of my ass, turn around and start trading properly and pull back up at least to break even in green. So let's see what I did. I can't wait to show you. And in the video, I talk, sometimes I say it's Thursday, sometimes I say it's Friday. I know it's Thursday today. I wasn't going to release this till tomorrow. So, but I really wanted to get it out. I feel it's important to learn these levels. Okay, let's go. All right, happy Friday. I have 2 stocks to show you. I'm sure you guys all made money on BDRX and SKYQ. I screwed up. I'm going to show you my big fail, and I lost $117.62 on BDRX, and we're going to compare it to SKYQ and why that one made me money. Look at this chart. What do you see wrong here? And I'll tell you right now, there's no levels. I traded this right here at 5:54, just about a half an hour before the US Open. I'm on the West Coast. So I traded this and jumped in. First of all, it's a penny stock under $1. I don't trade those. And when I do, I just say I shouldn't trade them, but I did. I traded it. Not only did I trade a stock I shouldn't trade, that I just don't like penny stocks, I didn't set any levels. I did not go over to the daily chart and set any levels. So I don't know why that's not going. So I'm going to show you what I did here. It's horrible. And I came back. You'll notice I traded just one scalp right here. I did 1,000 shares because it is such a cheap stock. And then I tried to redeem myself over here. And BDRX, I actually added to my loss over here. It was just dumb. Okay, let's look at this real quick. It was only one. So no levels. I don't even know why I got in here. I can't tell you what I did. Look at the volume went shooting down. Buyers came shooting down and sellers went up on increased volume. It was a doji candle I got in. I kind of saw this as a bit of a pullback going because there was no wicks here and there were no wicks at the bottom. It was just no wicks. However, it was just dumb. I bet if I had marked a level, there probably was a level right there and I would have known not to get in. So I got a little stubborn over here. I mean, it was only 10 cents, but 10 cents is a lot. So it came down quite a bit before I bailed out. It almost came to the bottom of this candle. Thank God I did, and I didn't get stubborn. Look at that. It just kept going. So that was a big lesson of why you got to mark levels. Why I think you should mark levels. You might be the greatest trader on earth, and you might be able to get in and scalp and have the cleanest chart in the world. And I commend you for that because I know Tom Hugard does that. There are traders out there who've been trading 30 years who are great at it. I'm not at that level. So let's go to the stock where I realized my mistake. I come back over here. Now, right over here. Okay. I want to show you these levels. I made 127.98 over here. So I definitely did better over here. So I'm going to show you how I marked my levels. And then I made a note too of where there was a mistake on my end. All right, let me pull this up. So pull up the daily chart. Someone yesterday asked me how I mark my levels. And I mean, I think most people mark their levels this way. I go to the daily only. I don't bother with the 15-minute the 4-hour and the 1 hour. So I just take a daily chart. And all I'm doing is I'm just eyeballing. It doesn't have to be exact. I'm putting levels and marking it with this level tool, price level. I click price level and we'll come down and just place a level where I see that price has turned around and where it's turned around multiple times. So, this one was a great level. Look at this. And again, it went through this area, but that's still a general area. And sure, it wicked up here, but it pretty much stopped right here. And you had more stopping here. So this, I just put the bottom here kind of in general, knowing that I wasn't going to trade it down this area anyways. I just wanted it there. Again, I leave these levels here. So if this becomes a runner in the future, I will keep these here, which is why I ended up putting this level down here. All right. And then I marked this level here, and you can just see. All right. So marked my levels real fast. And I came back over here and I got in right here. I took 500 shares. That was kind of high for a $5 stock, I guess. But I just wanted to go in and out real quick and scalp. And this was coming up pretty quick and it had passed this level. So I got in here, got out, scalped. Then I stayed out of it right here because it was a long ways to get to this 411 level. That was a whole dollar. And there was no level. So I just decided to stay out of it. I thought better safe than sorry. And which you can see, that was a perfectly good thing to do because there's plenty of other areas where it pulls back. And it pulls back right on these levels. Look at this. So it comes up, pulls up, shoots up and hits that level right there, comes down, pulls back right to this level. Then we create a doji candle here right on that level. Imagine that. It does come down and then shoots up here. I stayed out of it here because it did come down below this level and there's nothing between this and this. And so I just didn't trade it. I see this pop up, pulls back. So I decide to get in right here. And what I did was I got in at 458 and I had just wanted to break this level at 450. This was at 441. And I wanted to kind of break through this doji right where I had stopped. So I got in there and I got out at 68, which meant 10 cents. I was fine with 10 cents. And I did bring my share size down on this. So I was 500 shares here, 200 shares here, got in and out on the same candle for 10 cents and almost caught it to the tippy top. And then it pulls back a little and we're starting to see this pattern of this pullback. And it's not even a harsh pullback. It's just nice and controlled. It's perfect. So I gave me the confidence to go in again here. I got in at just barely over $5 and I got out at $5. So this was just a zero. This was a wash. And then I got in again over here at 570. And then let's see, I got out at 579. So almost 10 cents there. So that was $127.98. This one I jumped back in at 400 shares. I got a little more confidence and I wanted to hit it right as it broke that level. So those are the levels and how I mark them. And you'll see the difference between when I don't mark levels and I do mark levels. So both of those ended up being a wash. So let's go to NVIDIA. NVIDIA, normally Fridays I do scalping drills, I've told you guys. Sometimes Fridays can be just a horrible day to trade. It's not a lot going on. And it's Easter and all this stuff. So I felt today's Thursday, but I felt it was more like a Friday and it's a holiday weekend. So I'm not going to go over all these trades. Don't worry. This was just scalping drills. It's in and out. But what I did, I had been doing scalping drills on NVIDIA for 25, 50, and 100 shares. I bumped it up to 100, 200, and 400 shares. Now, I was down a lot, you guys. It was horrible. And it's probably because I upped my share size quite a bit, but I was down quite a bit. And then I ended up pulling it out for $68.39. So definitely not good trading. It was practice and I came out green and I'm happy and that's fine. My thought is if even doing this really high share size, my hands do not sweat, my heart doesn't race, and I pull out with just $100 or less, it's okay. I'm not losing money. And as time progresses and I get better, being able to trade this share size, I will get better on this green number. It will go up with practice and skill and just experience. So that's great. I mean, you guys, when I first started, it was 3 years ago. I was trading 20 shares and I was losing 1,000 a month. I lost 12,000 the first year I day traded. And so to get to this level of high share size, my hands used to sweat at 20 shares and then 30 shares and 40 shares. I was having heart attacks. And now I just don't care if I do 400, 500, because I feel like my skill level has gotten to the point where even if I have a bad 20 minutes of trading, I can pull back, regroup my brain, hunker down, stick to price action and pull out a decent amount. So that's been, I've really seen a big difference in my trading just with that. So Palantir went back to that thing where I just want to do a quick scalp. So I did 2 quick scalps here. I should have really traded Palantir this morning, but I just wanted to do a bunch of different stocks to get just practice in. So I just did 200 shares. I got in and out real fast here and here. This was probably a silly area. I wish I would have done my quick scalping. Obviously, right here would have been great. I would have done a killing there. But $38, I didn't really want to focus on Palantir. I've been trading Palantir a lot, so I definitely wanted to do some other trades. Now, Amazon, let's move on there. Amazon, I do not trade Amazon. I think I said I traded it yesterday or maybe last week. I just moved Amazon out of this account. It's a long-term hold for me. I moved it out of this account so I could start scalping it and practicing and trading it and just I want it as another one of my basket of stocks. And I'd always been bummed out that I couldn't trade it. So now I can. So this is a mess. I never trade Amazon. I don't even really watch it. It's something I've held long term. So for me to come in with 200, 400, 800 shares and at least make $3, I was down at one point on this one. I was down $250. I went in way too high a share size for a stock that I'd never day trade. So for me to pull it out with $3.10 made me feel really good. I'm fine with that. And you can say in the comments all you want how horrible this is. I know it's horrible. I'm getting used to Amazon and I'm green. And so I'll argue with you all day long that I'm just fine with that. So let's go to Marvel. Marvel, a Marvel I saw running later, and I've added this to my basket of stocks now, so it's up on another monitor, and I have the price levels marked every morning now. But here's what I noticed. Sometimes I just want to be able to make a quick buck, and if I'm losing on something, I will leave and come back here. So I had left Amazon and came over here and then went back to Amazon. I came over here because I saw, look at this. It's a $1 move to go from here to here, 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 here. So I thought, okay, it's in a range, a $1 range. I'm going to take 100, 200, 300 shares, and I'm going to pick either the very top and short it, or I'm going to pick the bottom and go up. And when I decided to get in, it had just hit this top. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to take it short. And I did just that. And I just scalped because I didn't know if news would hit and I'm not watching and this thing would go up. And I'm trading high share size. Look, this 500, 400 shares. So absolutely no way did I want to be holding this. It was fast scalps for pennies because Marvel is not one that I normally trade. It's just like Amazon. It's one I'm starting to trade. So $123.26. Bam. I love that. That I did it right there, got out on this last drop and moved on. And that gave me a little confidence to go back to Amazon and pull my head out of my ass and get from that negative 250 back up to $3 green. So all in all, I ended up doing one, that big red, that BDRX was big and red. And I ended up doing the one red trade and 5 green trades for a total of $243.11. Super happy with that holiday weekend. I was very red early on. And I really feel that even though I seem to have over traded sometimes on those scalping drills, I'm green. Very happy with that. So tell me what you guys did today. Were you green? Anyone got into SKYQ or BDRX? Tell me how you did, especially BDRX. Did you mark out levels? Did you do better than me? I'm sure you did. There was money to be made on those stocks. I got to start on the West Coast at like 3 a.m. to get my charts up and get things going. And sometimes those first few trades right at 4 a.m., I'm not quite with it. So, okay, guys, have a great Easter. Today's Friday, or today's Thursday. I know I kind of said it was Friday. It's Thursday. Have a great 3-day weekend. We'll see you guys Monday.